what's your thoughts on running an old AVR as a separate amp?
Complicated. Huh?
I people ask me this all the time. You can really only get away with 2 speakers on that older AVR. You got to set it up to stereo or direct because you don't want it doing any processing. So you could, my other thing is like you got to set the volume and leave it and don't move the volume meter. So you can do it, but I mean, you can get an $80 amp to power your little desktop amp, Class D desktop amp to power your rear heights if you just need 2 channels.
Yeah.
I would do that over.
So those old school AVRs, for those who don't know, they have inputs like 7.1 input, right? RCA.
Some do.
Right? Some of the old school ones, like they stopped doing that after a while.
I mean, Marantz does that still. They have 7.1.
Do?
Yeah,
okay.
yeah.
But the expensive one.
Yeah.
I mean, you can go on Craigslist and find an old AVR that has 7.
Probably still good. Yeah, the 6015, 7015, those are old.
Yeah. Well, anything before HDMI came out, you had to have those, right?
Yeah.
So, yeah, you could use it. It's just, you know what? It's one of those things where it totally will work. Could you probably use the trigger to make it turn on also?
Probably not.
No,
they don't have a trigger in because it's the AVR.
Yeah,
it's the power source. It's the number 1 in the chain.
Yeah, and then
you'd have
the
to
volume
deal
thing
with
that you're saying.
The volume thing, and then even if it had 7.1 inputs, you wouldn't want to. It would process again those 7.1 inputs, so you can't do processing on the secondary amplifier.
Why can't you just do pure direct then? Like
they will. That's only 2 channel. That's what I was saying. You do it for 2 channels, and that's it. You can do it for your front, left, and right.
Odyssey or whatever. I'm sure you could make it work. I think it's one of those things where you just feel like after a while, like it doesn't feel right. You could do it if you had an extra one. Just go ahead and
do it.
And
you
do
can
it.
do it.
Right.
Yeah, all channel stereo. But then at the same time, like, what are you? Then you're having the Atmos being decoded, and then you're putting it through to this thing that's doing all channel stereo. I would say safest bet is to just run 2 channels direct if you're doing an older amplifier or older AVR. But
it'll totally work though. You can make it work. It's just if you have the option of getting a power amp, it's probably better to do that. But if you're trying to just save money, you're just messing around, yeah, you can do it. I would if I didn't have, cash to spend on other things. Yeah, totally. People used to do that when they wanted more Atmos height channels. Yeah.
Some people keep asking me like, hey, can I use zone 2 to power some height channels? No, you kind of can't because there's no processing in zone 2.
Zone 2 is the best thing ever.
Zone 2 blows. They need to take all that shit best out of it. Take it out. Ever. Take it out. Take it out.
If I could flip this table right now, I would flip it.
How about stand up or sit down? Did
you break anything? Did you break something?
No, but I hit the little thing that dangles from the ceiling.
Oh, okay.
Look,
a new place. You're already breaking it. All right, everybody. We do the Daily HiFi podcast every Monday, 4 p.m. Pacific Standard Time. So make sure you join up to the YouTube channel, youtube.com/Daily HiFi, and we will see you there for the big show every Monday. Yeah.